So yesterday we had seen all the till here where we had constructed a B tree. So we'll continue from there. Next topic is removing elements from a B tree. So similar to insertion, whenever you are removing an element, also you remove the element always from a leaf node. Okay. So when you remove an element, you have to keep in mind that the leaf contains a minimum number of keys. Okay. So if it does not contain the minimum number of keys, then you have to do some more action so that the B tree is valid. If the removal of the key does not affect the minimum number of keys, then you can directly remove the key from that node. Okay. So what I mean by that is, suppose you are having a leaf node. Okay, say you are having a leaf node in a B tree. Say you are having some keys like this. Okay, say there are 4 keys. Say the order of this tree is 5. Okay. Then yesterday when I was telling you about the properties I told you, max properties means max number of keys in a node is given as order minus 1. So max keys would have been 4. Similarly, minimum number of keys is calculated using this formula here. Okay, I'll show you that we had seen yesterday. Minimum number of keys is calculated by this formula. Okay, so basically what we do is this formula here. Okay, n minus 1 divided by 2. So whenever we want a minimum number of keys, you will be applying this formula where n stands for the order. This symbol here that you can see stands for ceiling in maths. Whenever you get a fraction or a decimal point, then you have to round it up to the highest closest integer. Okay. So here when you are applying that, so you will apply it something like this. N minus 1 say divided by 2. So it will be 5 minus 1 divided by 2. So 5 minus 1 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So when you are having a B tree of order 5, the minimum number of keys that each node should have is 2. And maximum number of keys that it can have is 4. So this you get from the formula n minus 1. Okay. So now suppose this is your, just for example, say this is your node and I say delete 2. So when I'm going to delete this, that means 3 keys will be left, 1, 3 and 4. So after deletion of this 2, if I don't have less than this number of keys, okay, then I'm fine with the deletion. I can go to the next step. But suppose I would delete and the deletion would result in less keys than the minimum number of keys, then I have to apply some more logic to it. Okay, there are 4 cases for that. I will show you one by one. Okay, so say next step I say delete 3. Okay, so even after deletion of this, I still have 2 keys left here. So I am fine. My property of a B tree is valid, does not affect. Okay. After that, say I say delete 1. When I delete 1, now only 1 key is left here, and minimum number of keys that I should have had is 2. And this is a problem. Okay. So that is what is the way we are going to do the deletion. So remember, when you are having a B tree, as long as you are having the minimum number of keys in that node, that key can be directly deleted. Okay, like I told you here. First I deleted 2. After deleting 2, I had 3 keys left, which is greater than this number. Okay, then I deleted 3. I had 2 keys, which was still greater than or equal to this number, so it was fine. But when I deleted 1, I had only 1 key left, which was less than this number here, so it was not fine. Okay, because minimum number of keys that should have been there in this B tree of order 5 should have been 2. I have only 1 key left. So this, whenever it occurs, is known as an underflow. Okay, just like we had in stacks and queues underflow. So this, whenever it happens, this situation will be known as a underflow. Okay, I hope you have understood. If you have any doubt, you can type in the chat. So you can just read this. This is basically what I've just explained to you. So suppose the underflow occurs, okay, that is we are having less than the minimum number of keys, then we have to perform some actions. There are some cases that you have to apply. Okay, so if underflow occurs, then you're going to apply these cases. If underflow is not occurring, then you can do direct deletion like it is mentioned here. Okay, in this point we have mentioned here. Okay, the second point I will show you later. So let's go through these cases one by one. So let's assume that deletion of a key has resulted in a underflow. So then what we need to do? Okay, so we'll see one by one these cases. So case 1, basically just read this. When you're having 2 leaf nodes here, okay, the first leaf node will be known as the older sibling or older brother, and the second one will be known as the younger one. Okay, so if there were 3 nodes and the middle one would have been with the middle, with respect to this middle one, then you would have had an older brother and a younger brother. Okay, just remember this, because when we are going to do these cases, then you need to know which is the older brother. If I say older brother, then which node I am referring to. If I refer to younger brother, then which node I am referring to. So just read here, case 1. Okay, now we want to delete 113. So we are assuming that the B tree is of order 5. Whenever you are doing deletion, you always first step in you need to do is calculate a minimum number of keys that you can have. So you use this order that is given to you, and you use that formula and you calculate the minimum number of keys that each node should have. So based on that, then you will determine whether underflow occurs. If underflow occurs, then you will apply one of these 4 cases. The first case is this: if brother contains more than n minus 1 divided by 2 keys, then the key k in the father node which separates the 2 brothers can be added to the underflow node. And the last key of the older brother, okay, remember what we are saying, last key of the older brother, so this is the older brother, so last key means this one, or the first key of younger brother, so first key means this, first key of younger brother is added to the father in place of k. Okay, so k is nothing but this value which separates the 2 brothers. Okay, this value here is separating the two brothers. So what it means, these all values here is less than 120, all values here is greater than 120. Okay, so k is nothing but this 120. Okay, so I'll show you in the next slide how we are deleting 113. What is the meaning of all these lines that we have written here? So here again we are deleting 113. Okay, so before deleting, like I told you, you calculate your minimum number of keys in the node using this formula. So you have, according to that, we knew that our order of the tree is 5. So I substituted that in this formula and I got as minimum number of keys is 2. So now I know that if I delete this 113, okay, here it results in an underflow. This is an underflow. Okay, so if an underflow occurs, what it says, if the brother, you check in the brother, and this node is having a brother here. Okay, check whether the brother is having more than this number of keys. So here when you check in this node, the younger brother, there are 3 keys, okay, which is greater than this 3 keys, which is greater than the minimum number of keys required. So since it is having more keys than this number here, I can apply case 1. Okay, so what it says, if I am applying case 1, then what it says, I can take the key k in the father node. Okay, key k in the father node, like I told you, this is the k which separates the two brothers, and I add it to the underflow node. I take the key k, this is the key k which separates the two brothers, and I add it to the underflow node. So this is my underflow node, because when I delete this, it is having a underflow. So I will put 120 here. Okay, I'll take this k, I'll put 120 here in place of 113. So now underflow is solved here. Okay, this is no longer a underflow node. So then still it is not done. Since I have removed this k from here, I need to replace one value. So what I do, if there was some older brother here, I would have taken the last key. But since there is no more other brother, this is only the older brother, I cannot take any more keys from here because it will cause an underflow. So I take the first key of younger brother, that is this one, and I replace 120 with 126. So basically what we are doing is, first I calculate minimum number of keys, I get value as 2, and when I delete this, I realize there is an underflow. So if there is an underflow, next I check in the brother of this node. This brother is younger brother. Okay, it's a younger brother. I check whether younger brother is having more than this number of keys, and I find out that yes. So therefore I can apply case 1. Okay, so case 1 says copy this k here. So I copied here. Okay, you can see here I copied 120 there. Okay, and then I have to copy 126, which is the first key of younger brother, in place of k. So I take 126 and I copy in place of k. So here it is 126. So since I've copied it up, I did not keep it here. Okay, copy it here. And then you place these arrows. You know this 90 and 120 is greater than 80, less than 126. 135 and 142 is greater than 126 and less than 150. Then you arrange these arrows accordingly, these lines, the branches. So this is your case 1 when we are deleting 113. Is it clear? Do you have any doubts? Did you all get it, students? Case 1. Eastern, Enid, Ruby, understood? Arson? Okay. So shall I proceed? You will have understood. That was case 1. Okay. So please remember, you are not going to apply any of these cases if we had more than the minimum number of keys. So suppose I had here, say, just for example, say I had here 95. Okay. And I was deleting 113. And minimum number of keys was required was 2. Then deleting 113 would not cause underflow. So I would directly delete it from here. I would not apply this case. You are going to apply this case only if there is a underflow. What is underflow? Underflow means I am having less keys than this minimum numbers. Okay. So only if there is an underflow, you are going to apply any one of these cases that we are learning. If there is no underflow, you directly delete that key and you continue. Okay, please remember that. So case 2. Always when you start with case 1. Okay, whenever you realize there's an underflow, you check whether you can apply case 1. If you cannot apply case 1, then you will try to apply case 2. Okay, if you cannot apply case 2, then you will go to case 3 and so on. You never jump to the third case directly or to the second case directly without checking whether you can apply the first case. Okay, go in order. So now, say in the second case I want to delete 120. Okay, you can just read this what is given here. So in the second case, say I want to delete 120. If I want to delete this, see whether you can, again assume that you are having order 5. The minimum number of keys required is 2. Okay, so if I delete this 120 directly, it results in a underflow. So if it results in an underflow, you have to apply the cases. So check whether you can apply case 1. Check whether you can apply case 1. Case 1 you can apply means you check. Now there is an older brother, there is a younger brother. Check whether the older brother is having more keys than this or the younger brother is having more keys than this. If it is having more keys than this minimum number of keys, then you can apply case 1. Okay. Now when you check here, you find out that older brother is having 2 keys. So you cannot apply case 1. Okay, with respect to older brother. Check younger brother. It is also having 2 keys. So it is not having more than this. It should have more than this. So since it's not, both the brothers of this node are not having more keys than the minimum required, I cannot apply case 1. Okay. So since I cannot apply case 1, I go and check whether I can apply case 2. Okay. And case 2 is this one, what we are doing right now. So I hope you understood why we cannot apply case 1 here. Okay. There is an underflow, so we have to solve this before we can proceed. So what we do is, okay, see, if both the brothers contain exactly n minus 1 by 2 keys, no keys can be shifted. Okay. In that case, the underflow node and one of his brothers are concatenated. Concatenated means they are merged. Okay. Underflow node, this is the underflow node. And any one of his brothers, I could take the older brother or the younger brother, are concatenated into a single node. Okay. which also contains the key that separates them. Okay, which also contains the separator key. Now if I'm merging these two nodes, so I will have this key also. So this key is separating both the brothers. What I'll do is I'll take this 126, I'll put it down. Okay, and I'll merge these four values into one node. So I will have 90, 126, 135, 142, like it is shown here. Okay, so once I have done that, this will not be there here. Okay, so once I've done that, then you decide where you're going to place this arrow. Okay, this branch. So this branch you know is greater than 80. These values here, four values are greater than 80 and are less than 150. Therefore, you will place this branch here. And this rest of it is not affected. You just draw it as it is. Did you all get it? Case 2. Yeah, case 2 is fine. Now the third and the fourth case are repetitions of these two cases. Okay, so they are basically repetition of case 1 and case 2. So if you have understood this both cases, these are the basic cases, then you have understood the rest of the two cases as well. Okay, so third case is, now in the first case, what was the first case? Just for revision, first case was I was deleting this, there was the underflow. So what we do, we borrow from the brother. Okay, we borrow from the brother. So when we are borrowing, I take this value down and this value on top, because it's the first key of the younger brother. Okay, so first case is basically borrowing from any of his brothers, as long as they have more keys than the minimum number of keys. You can only borrow if there are more keys. So this was having 3 keys, minimum that was required was 2. Therefore, I could apply case 1. Okay, so case 2, we are borrowing from the father because the brothers are not having. When we borrow from the father, I merge any one of the two brothers. Okay, I merge any one of the two brothers. Can you all on the chat, can you all type, suppose I would not merge these two nodes. Okay, I'm deleting 120. I'm not merging these two nodes, but I want to merge this older brother with the underflow node. And how would it look? What would the father node contain? What would the merge node contain? What values the father node would contain? What values the merge node would contain? Suppose I am merging the older brother with the underflow node. Yes. So the father node would contain, correct. Whoever has typed, father node would contain these two values, 126 and 150. Okay, this would have got deleted and this 80 would have come down. So you would have got here 68, 73, 80, 90. So this thing would have got merged like this. Okay, this would not be here. Okay, then you have to put your branches properly. You will not have 3 branches, you will just have 2 branches. So since these values are less than 126, then you would have like this one branch here to this leaf node, okay, and this other branch would be here, okay. So it would have looked like this. I hope you can understand. So you would have had, you have to write here in sorted order 68, 73, 80, 90. Okay, this branch would be before 126 and this branch would be after 126. Yes, I think you all have understood this. So third case is a combination of case 1 and case 2. So I think you all have understood it. Can you try? It's a combination of case 1 and case 2. You try first, and if you can't do it, then I will I'll show you anyways in the next slide. We are deleting 65. We are deleting 65. So now when you are deleting 65, now look at this node. Okay, this is the parent here. This is the parent here. So see whether you can apply case 1. This is the underflow node. See whether you can apply case 1. Case 1 means you have to borrow from its brothers. So it is having 2 younger brothers. It is having 2 younger brothers. So basically we are not going to take into consideration this one, okay, this node. We are going to take into consideration the most immediate younger or older brother. So this node you cannot look at. Even if you look at, you check case 1 whether it works or no. Okay, so we are deleting 65. Can you apply case 1 here? Look at the logic. It's obvious we are doing case 3, so we cannot apply case 1. But look at the logic why we cannot apply case 1 here. If you understand the logic, then it will help you. Can anyone type and let me know why we cannot apply case 1 here? You can type in your own words. Okay, I don't expect you to remember. It's just being taught to you. So whatever you have understood, you can just tell me why we cannot apply case 1. Or can we apply? So who would like to try? Chintan, can you tell? Just try. If you are wrong, not a problem. I will explain anyways. No problem in being wrong. Just try and let me know why it cannot be applied. Case 1. Mohandas, can you try? Cannot brother, cannot borrow from brother. Correct. Yes, correct. Case 1 means you have to borrow from the brother. Okay. So when you calculate minimum number of keys, always calculate minimum number of keys. So when you calculate the minimum number of keys, you again assume the order is 5. Okay. So minimum number of keys required is 2. So if case 1 I told you we have to borrow from the brother. So if you are borrowing from the brother, then brother must have more than this many number of keys. So here number of keys is 2, here also it is 2. This is not greater than this. This is not greater than that. Okay, if it was greater than this, these values were say 3, then I could have borrowed from here and shifted this key down and this key on top. That was case 1. Okay, if suppose I had something like this here, 87, 88 and 96, then this 80 would have come down and 87 would have gone on top. Okay, if I had like this, and that was case 1. But now I'm not having like that, the situation is not like that, so I cannot apply case 1. So I look whether I can apply case 2. Okay, so in case 2 what we have done, if you remember, case 2 what we have done, just looking at this, we are deleting 120. When we are deleting 120, both brothers were not having extra keys. Okay, what we decided, we'll take this key down, which is separating the nodes that we want to merge, and we merge these two nodes. Okay, this was case 2. Can you check whether we can apply this case to the present situation? Can we apply this case 2 to the present situation? Check here. When we apply, we are deleting 65. Okay, we are deleting this 65. So can I pull this key down and merge these two nodes? Can I do that? If I can, yes or no? If no, then why? Okay, yes. Cheryl says no. Yeah, you're correct, Cheryl. Father also will not have, father also does not have extra keys. Okay. The parent node also is not having extra keys. So I cannot pull it down. So if I pull this value, the separator key down, this 80, if I pull it down, okay, then this node also will result in a underflow. So it will result in a underflow and it will cause me a problem. Okay, so therefore I come to third case. So in the third case, we are actually combining both case 1 and case 2. Okay, so it's a combination kind of in this both. Okay, I'll show you the next slide how it is to be done. So here it is. So we're deleting this 65. Okay, we're deleting 65. So what I do? Okay, I try to apply case 1 and I cannot apply. So I apply case 2. Okay, now when I am applying case 2, I see that pulling this value down here will cause an underflow here. Okay, will cause an underflow. So because an underflow is caused here at this level, okay, that is at these nodes, I check again whether I can apply case 1 or case 2 at these 3 nodes. Okay, so if I can apply case 1 or case 2 at this level, so at this here original underflow, what I do, I solve it by pulling this value down, applying case 2. Okay, when I pull this value down, I merge this, so I call it 72, 80, 87, 96, like here. Okay, so I solve this, delete 65, this node with the underflow there with case 2. Okay, I pull this key down and I make it 72, 80, 87, 96. Okay, now because I pulled that key down, I pull this 80 down, here there is an underflow now. Okay, here there is an underflow. So now I solve this underflow by again checking for case 1. What case 1 would tell me? Check whether the older brother or younger brother is having more keys than the minimum. So minimum I required was 2. So I check whether older brother is having more than 2. Older brother is not having more than 2, so I cannot use that. I check whether younger brother is having more than 2. Yes, this one is having 3 keys. So I can use this. So according to that, what our case 1 had said, just for you to refresh your memory. So case 1 had said, if I'm deleting this value, okay, I take 120 down, okay, I take the separator key down, and I take the first key of the younger brother on top. Okay, same thing I'm going to do now. So what I do, I take this key down 170. Okay, I take 170 down. So I arrange it like this in sorted order, 150, 170, and I take the first key on top. So this 180 will go on top. So I will get here 60, 180. Okay, and 2 keys remain here, 220, 280. So once you have got those keys, then you make sure that these branches are put correctly. So these two values are less than 60. These two values are greater than 60, less than 180. So this branch is in the middle. This branch, these values are greater than 180. So this is here. Okay. Similarly here, these values are less than 150. These values are greater than 150, less than 170. And these values here is greater than . Okay, you just need to rearrange. So when you rearrange, see this branch here comes here. Okay, because these values are greater than 170 and they are less than 180. Please note how this. So you just have to use some common sense while putting these branches. You cannot add this branch. You see, originally this branch was here. You cannot add this branch here because these two values are not greater than 180. Okay. So I hope you got this. If you have not got it, you can tell me. I can try to explain you again. It's a combination of your case 1 and case 2. Did you all get the third case? I try to explain as slowly as possible. So have you all got it? Any questions? Just go through this recording again. If you are having doubts, you can ask me next week. So Jamano, did you get it? Ritika, Sejal, Savi, Samiksha, Vibhuti, Yash, Suyansh, Suraya. Okay. Remember, this is an important question for your exam. You will get a sure short question on this construction of a B tree or deletion. So you need to understand this. Okay. So this is your third case. Now the fourth case is nothing but a combination of again the first two cases only, or the first three cases you can say. Now here we had seen the underflow was there. So we applied one of the cases, that was case 2, and we solved that underflow. Then there was an underflow here. Then we applied case 1 and we solved the problem. And that could have been that I did not have this extra key here. I did not have this extra key here. Then what I would do? Then I would again look at this upper level to solve it. So suppose I had one extra key here, say. Then I would solve it by using the extra keys present in the parent node. Okay. So your fourth case is nothing but when, like you can read here, the father's brothers also have no spare keys, and the father and the brother may have to be concatenated, and a key has to be taken from the grandfather. Okay. So basically it means that here there was an underflow. So you solved it by borrowing from this level. Then some underflow caused here. So you have to borrow from the grandfather level and solve the problem. So basically we are just going to apply either the case 1 or case 2. because case 3 anyways is a combination of case 1 and case 2. So that is what it means. So again, if there is an underflow at this level, because you solved at the lowest level, you solved the problem, causes a problem at a parent level, then you have to go to the grandparent level, and so on. Keep going higher to solve the problem at the lower levels. Okay, that is your case 4. And this covers the deletion in a B tree. So please remember, these 4 cases have to be done only if there is an underflow. Only if there is an underflow. So if you are having the minimum number of keys is 2, and you are already having some keys like this, and you are told to delete 8, then this deleting of 8 directly from here will not cause underflow. So you can directly delete, no need to apply any of the cases. Okay, just repeating it. I told you at the beginning, but I'm repeating it again. You need to apply these cases only if there is an underflow. So to how you know underflow, first of all you have to calculate this minimum number of keys using this formula here. This formula. Okay. So meaning of this symbol here is, it means ceiling. So if you were to get a value something like this 2.5, and it would be rounded to the closest integer 3. Okay, I think I've told you this before. So this is the meaning of that. And if you would have something like this means floor, then you would have rounded it like this, taken it to the lowest integer closest to 2.5. So when you're rounding, and if you get a fraction decimal point like this, then round it up like this. Okay. Is it okay with the deletion? Have you all understood deletion? B-tree deletion. Okay. Let's quickly construct one tree then, B-tree. Okay. I'll show you how to construct one B-tree. Yesterday we had seen, so you can you all try? Just try it. So your first step will be to calculate the maximum number of keys in a node. So that formula for that is, let's say m minus 1. So m is given here 5. So you will have 5 minus 1, and you will get it as 4. Okay. So minimum number of keys that you can have in a B tree of order 5 is 4. Clear? So you start with this. You take these four values and you will insert them. Okay. I'll just show you here quickly. So when you are arranging them, you will arrange them in sorted order. So you will have 1, 3, 9, 12. Okay. You can write here step 1. You can write insert 3, 12, 9, 1. Okay. And this will be that insertion. So you can just put it inside a node. Okay, you can put it inside an oval shape. Right now it becomes easier for me to put a rectangle like, so it's better that you put it in an oval shape. Okay. So this is what would have been your step 1. Okay. Same thing now you continue. So step 2 will be, okay, let's say it is here. Step 2 will be insert 24. Okay. So when you are inserting 24, again 24 will be also put here only in this leaf node only. Okay. When you put 24 here, say this is all in one node. When you put 24 here, obviously this causes an overflow. The maximum keys that I could have had is maximum keys that I could have had is 4. Okay, and I'm having here total keys as 5, which is an overflow. So in that case, what we do, we split. So the middle key that is 9, in this case it is 9, I take it on top to the parent. I create one new node and I call it as the parent node. And these two keys will be the left key and these two will be the right. Okay. So obviously there are these arrows here. Okay, so you will join this like this and you will join this here. Okay, so this is insert 24. Okay, I hope you are getting it. Yes. So next, third step. Okay, so in the third step you are going to insert 7. Okay, so 7. So when you are inserting 7, 7 is less than 9. Always insertions are done in the leaf node. Okay, you don't insert in the parent node anytime. So you will insert 7. So you will locate in which leaf node. You are having two leaf nodes, left leaf and a right leaf. Which leaf it has to go? 7. So 7 is less than 9. So it will go in this leaf. Okay. So you will insert 7 here. Basically, your 7 will be put here in this node. Say here. Okay. Next is 15. So 15 is greater than 9. So 15 will come here. Why I can insert directly? Because now here maximum number of keys that I have here is 3 and actually it could hold 4. So I am having no problem in inserting directly. Okay. Here also now 15 when I add, I am having 3 keys, whereas maximum keys it can hold is 4. So as long as it does not exceed this number, I can keep inserting in the leaf node. Okay. Next you take 30. So 30 also will come here. So this will be 30. Next you take is 18. And when you take 18, what will happen? First you will insert it here only. Okay. First you will insert it here only, 18. When you insert 18 here, okay, this now is 5 keys, which is more than 4. Okay, so what I have to do? I have to split. So this middle value to take and put in the parent node. Middle value take and put in the parent node. This will become the left key. Okay, and this will become the right leaf. Left leaf and right leaf. So once you have a left leaf and a right leaf, you look at the proper arrangement. So this 12 and 15 is greater than 9, less than 18. So this leaf here, you will place here in between 9 and 18. Okay, this. And these two values are greater than 18. So you will have like this. These two values are greater than 18. So you will have 3 branches now. Okay. So this leaf is having 1 capacity left. Okay, because maximum keys you can have is 4. This one is having 2 left. This one is also having 2 left. So depending on the order that is going to come of keys that are here, you will keep inserting. Is it clear? Are you getting what is happening? Till here, is it okay? Did you all get till here? Insertion, what I just showed you till here. Okay, so I'll just continue. If you are not understanding, you can type in the chat. So basically what we are doing now, continue. So take 6, now take 6. 6 is less than 9. So find the leaf for that. Okay, you can insert in this any of these 3 leaf nodes. So the correct leaf for it is this one, because it is less than 9. So you will get 1, 3, 6, 7. By inserting here, my leaf is now it is become full. Okay, I'm having 4 keys here, and maximum I can have is 4. Next value you take is 55. So 55 will go here. Next is 16. So 16 is here. Okay. 49. So 49 will be placed here. Okay. So this is the leaf. So now I'm having 2 full leaves. This one is also full. This one is also full. Okay. But I have not still. It has still not resulted in overflow. So I have inserted 55. So next you take 16. Are we having 6? Okay, I already inserted 16. Sorry, I inserted 49 also. Next you take 67. Okay. When you take 67, it results in a overflow. Results in a overflow. So you take this middle value, and you push it on top. Okay. Again, you get a left leaf and you get a right leaf. You get a left leaf and you get a right leaf. So when you get these leaves, you just you can rub off all these branches and rearrange. Okay, you can rub off all these branches and rearrange your values. It's pretty simple to rearrange, like I told you. So you look at these 4 values; they are less than 9. So this branch will come here. These values are less than 9 and greater than 9 and less than 18. So this branch is here. These 2 values greater than 18, less than 49. So the branch is here. Okay. In between 18 and 49 the branch. And these 2 values are greater than 49. So the branch will be here after 49. Okay. I hope you are getting it. Okay. So I inserted 67. Next value I am inserting is 2. Okay. When I take 2, the correct place for 2 is this leaf. So I will have here 1, 2. Why is 1 not coming? So for some reason here, why is 1 not coming? Okay. So the correct place for 2 is here. So 2 will be inserted here. But when you insert, it results in a overflow. So when it is an overflow, you are going to split. So this middle value you take on top. Middle value take on top. Okay. So you get a left leaf and you get a right leaf. Okay. So again, like I told you, you have to rearrange these branches. Rearrange these branches. So when you rearrange these branches, these 2 values are less than 3, so you will place it before 3. The branch will be before 3. These 2 values are greater than 3, less than 9, so the branch will be here. Okay. Rest of the branches don't change. Rest of the branches do not change. Okay. Each tree can have maximum of 5 branches. Therefore, this order means order 5 means what? Maximum it can have is 5 branches. Okay, like it is shown here. You cannot have more than that. If you have done more than that, you have done something wrong. Okay, it is common sense, because you have maximum keys is 4, max branches that you can have is 5. Actually, it's just common sense. Okay. So I've shown you till insert 2. Can you try this remaining on your books, please? And then 25, 29, 55, 59, 44. Can you try? You can look at this. okay, there's a value that is repeated here, so we'll just avoid that. Okay, so I'll just change this to say 58. There are duplicate values and you're going to obviously insert in the same leaf node, okay, not a problem, but we'll just avoid it. So can you insert these remaining values quickly? Okay, so I am managing to do it. So where we had stopped, I think we are done till 2. So next value that you have to insert is 25. So you're going to insert 25 here. So you will get 25 here. There will be 30. So you will have this leaf node. Okay. Similarly, 29 also will come here. So I'll just shift this further. You will have 29 here and 30 here. Okay. This branch, I'll just wipe it out from here. So you are having this branch here actually now. Okay. Then 58 will come here. 58, 59 will come here. So you will have 58, 59 and 67. Okay. And 44. So when 44 comes, where will 44 be inserted? The correct place for 44 will be here. So I can't shift this. The correct place for 44 will be here. Okay. So when I insert 44 here, let me just show you. When I insert 44 here, this value will get split. Okay, this value will get split and it will go on top. So it will go to this 29 will come here. Okay, this thing will get split again. Okay, now this is become full. So again, this when you arrange properly, 18 is the middle. This will go on top. You will get two values here and you will get two values here. So this will be 29, 49. Okay, and you need to rearrange all these branches now. All these branches you need to rearrange. So you can just wipe it out like I'm showing you here. Then you have to just apply your common sense and make sure that you are putting these values correctly. So you will have here all these leaf nodes. Okay. You will have all these leaf nodes. But just use your common sense and apply these branches correctly. These two values are less than 3. These two values greater than 3, less than 9. These values are greater than 9. Now all these values here have to come to the left of 18 because 18 is your root. And all these values that you are putting here should be less than 18. Okay, please remember that. Then this will be attached here. These two values are less than 29. So it will come here before 29. Okay, actually this node you can draw somewhere here. You could have drawn somewhere here that 29, 49 becomes easier to see. So let's say it is drawn there. So I am having here. Okay, so this is here, say these two values here and these values here. Okay, so I hope you have understood this. Is it okay? Is it okay? Yeah, Malikesh, what have you typed? Did you all get this insertion today? How it is to be done? Okay. Now suppose I tell you to delete one value from this tree. So I tell you to delete 6. Can you delete 6 and tell me what will happen? Say you are deleting 6. Which case will you apply, or no case will be applied? When you are deleting 6, which case will be applied, or there is no need for any case to be applied? So who can tell me quickly? We'll stop the class. Vibhuti. Borrow from younger brother. Yes. Case A. Case 1. Yes. Correct. Correct. So can you all do it? Vibhuti, can you tell me what will happen? So when we are borrowing, what will be done? We are deleting 6. So this value will not be there. 6 we are deleting. So what has to be done? How that borrowing from the younger brother works? Vibhuti, are you there? So if I am deleting 6, what I need to do? Okay, it's open to all. Anyone, you can type your answers. So when I'm borrowing case A, when I'm borrowing from a younger brother, what will come? What will happen? What will get shifted down? Which value will get shifted down? And which value will be shifted to the parent? Nine shifts down. 9 shifts down. Correct. Correct. 9 shifts down. Correct. Malikesh, 9 shifts down. Not 3. Okay. because you're borrowing from this brother, you're borrowing from this brother. So this key is separating these two brothers. Okay, this is K, this is K, and this value will come down. 9 comes down, correct? So 9 will come down. What value goes on top? From younger brother, the first key goes on top or the last key goes on top? From younger brother, which 12 shifts to the parent? 12 shifts to the parent, correct? Correct. So basically, that's correct, what you have just told. So what you will do is, this 9 will come down. Okay, so you will get here 7, you will get here 9, and 12 will go on top. So that would have been delete 6. So if I tell you to delete 67, will there be any underflow? Will you apply any cases? Delete 67. Yes, okay. Yes. Yes, correct. Correct. Okay. So I think I'll have understood this. Okay. I'll upload this video by Monday or Tuesday. This video, yesterday's video and today's video. Please go through it, revise. You need a little bit of practice. It's not difficult. Okay. And I think you all have also done a good job in understanding, and I have tried to explain my best to you. It's not so easy to explain this concept online, but I think you have understood. Okay. So please practice this, and you should be fine for your exams. Yeah, I can share the PPT, no problem. I can share the PPT with you. You can go through the PPT also. Okay. Yeah, so I'll stop the recording.